the man who I picked up from Indiana a few days ago, who had his whole family helping people. This was the dark-skinned guy. He was bald, if that makes sense. He was unwell. He was trying to hide paperwork that showed that he was unwell, okay? Now Spirit is highlighting a feminine energy. The privileged lady who came out, this is her energy. It showed that she was going into courthouses and stuff like that. Based on the download, she was stealing property from your name or whoever's name, whoever this resonates with. She then has access to some sort of chemicals that she should not have access to, and she targets people after she goes into a courthouse to steal assets and things of that nature, okay? All of this comes together. There was also something about her getting on a train when she goes to go do things to hide her tracks. So here, a boat and somebody floating in the water came out. I don't know what this person did. I don't know who's floating in the water, if they unalive somebody in the process, whatever the case may be, okay? Something else is that I picked up on, she works for some sort of credit company, okay? So she would be the person to where it's like she can help people make certain information pass that shouldn't pass, okay? Or link somebody to somebody else's identity, okay? There was also something about her having a side job as a private contractor, meaning that she's taking side jobs at work in an unethical manner, okay? She shouldn't be doing that. There was also something about her having company LLCs. So whatever she filed inside the Indiana courthouse, or wherever this courthouse is, you guys, it's something connected to LLCs, not directly to her name. But somewhere within that paperwork, she lied and she put on file that whoever it is that she stole from, that person authorized it, okay? Go look back, you guys, in the news when there were several raids in California and in Nevada where people had like chemicals that they weren't supposed to have. People were keeping specimens of like uncurable diseases and all sorts of like things that they shouldn't have had. A lot of it was military grade, okay? There was 2 different raids about that. Go back and look into that, okay? So now we're going to start this reading again. I apologize, you guys. Right after the boat came out and then it showed somebody floating in the water, my device stopped recording. I can't make this up. So we're going to do it again. There could be an important message about something that they did as well, okay, for that to come out. So I do pick up, for those who aren't aware, I pick up also on people who passed away, okay? Messages come through all the time. I'm literally a vessel for the divine, okay? So, but anyways, that's what Spirit was highlighting here. Look at this. Now we have eyes and then we have a bridge. Okay, so prior we had a boat with somebody floating in the water. Now we have eyes and we have a bridge. If you guys remember, in the last reading, there was that masculine energy, and it showed that he went somewhere, and there was also a bridge, right? And then remember, it showed that he was burning evidence, okay? So it looks like this pair is probably involved into some crazy stuff here. But it says eyes symbolize observation, awareness, and perception, okay? So this talks about sharpening your intuition and uncover hidden truths. Let's keep going here. That is crazy. How my device cut off recording as soon as that person popped up floating in the water after a boat popped up. Okay, and now we're seeing a bridge here. Look, now we have gemstone and we have demon. This is giving me a couple of different things here. The first thing that I'm thinking is just like what we picked up in that reading, it kept showing that they go after divine beings, people who have spiritual inheritances, people who have physical inheritances, right? It's like this person has something shiny or, you know, whatever left to them. That's what these people go after, okay? This could be spiritual abilities. It could be a huge estate, whatever the case may be. This is how these people see you. And they literally have their eyes on you, okay? You see those eyes right there and that demonic horse here? Look at the eye right there. Okay, but this is who they go after. This is who they watch. This is who they attack. All right. That boat and that person floating in the water is crazy to me. And trust and believe. If it comes out again, I'm gonna read on it. But let's see what the Spirit wants you to know. All right. So now we have snake and we have altar. Okay. So there's something about. It says, is a cycle of death and regeneration here. Okay, I feel like people are doing some sort of rituals and death spells, I have to be honest with you. And they have their eye focused on divine beings. Okay, people who have high callings, people who have things left to them. So it's like after they steal, it's like they feel like they have to attack that person. Look at this. I think there's some sort of argument that took place here. Did somebody end up, and then there's a lake. I don't know what somebody did. We're about to see what comes out. Yeah, these people. I'm sorry, you guys. I just can't with these people. But yeah, this was about the privileged lady and the wealthy man. The spirit was giving me extra information on the privileged lady, okay, in this meditation. So let's see what comes out. This altar here. So people have altars and stuff like that where they're doing very dark things. It looks like death rituals and death spells and stuff like that for people who have high callings and abilities and things left to them. So it's like, okay, now that we attack this person, now we have to, you know, spiritually attack them, right? Bad health here. This person could be in bad health, if that makes sense, or this person wants you to be in bad health. Okay, let's keep going here. We know that they're in bad health. We've seen that in the reading where it was showing us how the entire family was going through it. Gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. That ended up falling, and I really like that card. So we're going to put it back. We're going to put eyes here. We're going to put the snake here, and we'll put the altar here with the bad health. We know that this is what they're after, right? This goes over here. What else do we have here? Pathway. Oof. Yeah, so this person wants this pathway for you, but this is the pathway that they're on. Okay, they're going straight into bad health here. High honor. Yep, they want you to be in bad health so that way they can basically walk in your shoes. Okay, that's what this is here. And they're doing something at an altar. This married couple. Yes, this is the wealthy man and this is the privileged lady from this deck. This is the couple. So this snake couple is doing rituals at some sort of altar because they're trying to have you in some sort of bad health so that way they can have access to what is left to you. Okay, keep in mind they've already been stealing from it, if that makes sense, and they don't want to get caught, right? So just imagine. Yeah, these people are sick. Sorry, you guys, and I don't mean in this way. I just mean like in the head. Let me say that. But let's look and see what spirit wants you to know. Yeah, somebody works though. The feminine works at some sort of like credit agency, or she's able to access your credit information. Let me say that, okay? And she has like a side job working as a contractor for someone else. And that's where she's committing the fraud at, if that makes sense, okay? But she's doing it while she's on the clock, right? So it's almost like if she's working two jobs at once. She's working a regular job, but then she's also accessing information that she shouldn't to help out people, okay? And she has a contract for that. It's a private contract. See, and now you're seeing why these people make the perfect couple, right? Gambling, excitement, card tables, jackpot moments, betting on the odds. Yeah, they're betting on this, okay? These people took a gamble. They did. Okay, wanting to be this high honor, these snakes here, and it's not going to happen. They probably screenshot, you know, your images and stuff like that and put it on their altar. They're going to be haunted. Rest, seating, comfort, pause, and ponder. Yeah, these people are going to be put to rest, and they're probably already there now. They're probably stuck already. Okay, but keep in mind, guys, this is that married couple. We have a pathway here again, okay? Pathway there, pathway here. Both of them are winding pathways, right? It's not a straight path here. Curving trail, twisting route, and it says meandering passage, yeah. This is not going to be easy, you know, and they're having a hard time pulling it off because they're not going to pull it off, okay? They're not going to be able to pull it off. I'm just going to tell you, they're not. You know, theft and stuff like that happens every day, right? And you can get that back. Okay, especially because of how they're doing it, right? This isn't, you know, like a street transactions. They're processing all of this through records, okay, through documentation, through courthouses and things of that nature, things that they have to speak to. You can't just own something and not, you know, have a trail of where you got it from. So all of this has a paper trail to it, okay? And they want you, it looks like, to be unwell so that way they can be this high honor married couple. Alright, you guys, let's get into the tarot and see what is it that spirit wants you to know. I'm sorry, you guys, my mind is still stuck on that boat and that person that was floating in the water. I may have to do another reading specifically on that. Seven of Pentacles, death. people who are working hard, okay? So the Seven of Pentacles would literally fall underneath the snake in the eyes. It's like having their eye on you and working hard, right? Learning something, learning some sort of skill, doing something repetitively. That's the Seven of Pentacles. After that, we have the Death. The Death would fall on the altar and the person in bad health. Yes, they are doing death spells on their altar. Okay, there's your clarification here. And this is what they're hoping for. I think not. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't think not. I'm just, it's just a phrase. But it's not gonna happen. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. Look at them, you guys. It's like they're wishing. They're like, oh, please, please. It's like if only, if I just had one wish. I'm sorry, you guys. I know people are like, yo, she's laughing like this is a game. To me, these people are a joke. These people are a joke, okay? These people are... Four of Pentacles with the Four of Wands here. Yeah, so they're holding on to property, okay? They're holding on to property, homes, land. I've seen homes. I've seen that the feminine energy here, who's this fake privileged lady, okay, she's holding on to homes. And she literally put in the court system on file that you or whoever this reading is for, you authorized it, okay? 100% bogus. Okay, you didn't authorize nothing. So this is what they're holding on to. Also too, the Four of Pentacles is falling underneath the pathway and the high honor. It's like they want to hold on to this dream that they have, if that makes sense. And then there's also the Four of Wands, which is like the property, whatever it is that they took, the homes, that would be falling under this taking a risk, this gambling, and then resting and relaxing. It's like if they know that they kind of, took a risk, and it's like now they're kind of like stuck. It's almost like if they're in this waiting game, right? Because this over here isn't manifesting how they expected it to, all right? Stuff like this doesn't mean that it doesn't work on people. If for example, if they were attacking somebody else who's just as dark as them, neither one of them have protection. So that's when it's like, may the best demon win at that point, right? But when they're attacking somebody who's very high vibrational, somebody who chooses to listen to the divine, they're guided by the divine, they're connected to their ancestors. No, absolutely not. Okay. So now what they're basically going to be doing is they're just giving away and wasting all of their energy until they are put into this position. Seven of Pentacles, it will be going back onto them. Which is the reason why, now that I think about it, the last reading, it already said that they're unwell. Yeah. Because the masculine, he was trying to burn evidence. He drove over a bridge and was burning evidence. I wonder what these people did. I'm going to have to look into it, you guys. My mind cannot get off of that boat and that floating person in the water, especially after the camera stopped at that moment. Let me tell you guys something. I do not fear humans. I do not care about the camera stopping, let me tell you. Okay, yeah, so we have an Ace of Cups here, bottom of the deck with the High Priestess. Okay, so it looks like this person may have also, there's something like that here, and this is hidden. When this happens, because this person works at some sort of credit agency or company, they got married to your identity, but it's almost like if, so this, like, for those who don't know, in some situations, it's synthetic identity. For others, they will actually also process a name change for you, okay? So it's like going to the courthouse and changing your name, if that makes sense, pretending that you did the name change. Then taking the name change identity and, attaching it to a social and attaching it to your estate. There's also something like that here. Because this person also married in your name. They did. They did. And so another way how you can look at this too is Seven of Pentacles, Death, Ace of Cups here. It's like everything that they worked on to bring this marriage and this new beginning, there's an ending to that as well. Yeah, all of this hard work, if that makes sense, at this altar, it's not working out for them. This is some sort of hidden information from you. This you probably can't even search publicly with the High Priestess here at the bottom of the deck. It's like if you were to go online onto whatever courthouse that they did this in, you wouldn't be able to find it. You wouldn't be able to find it. Okay, and part of it is connected to whoever she works for. So she's able to like keep something hidden here. It won't be for long, but she has. Ace of Pentacles here. Wow, look at that, 2 aces in a row. Ace of Pentacles is falling over the death, and the 4 of Pentacles here. Yeah, holding on, hoping that they can cause you to pass away so that way they can receive this money here. Okay, we also have Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. It's like wanting your love, if that makes sense. Like a lot of times, you guys, when people are heartless and don't care about other people, and they do these rituals and they get into this sort of activity, all of the love comes out of them, if that makes sense. They want that. They want what you have, okay? They think that they can get it, but they can't. There's also something here about an Ace of Pentacles. So it's like wanting your genuine love, wanting your happiness, wanting to be able to feel that again, as well as wanting to financially take what is left to you. Bottom of the deck here, Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's like taking some sort of action, if that makes sense here, right? To travel to try to gain this. They're not going to be able to get it. There's the death is clarifying the Ace of Cups. The death is clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. The death is clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, them holding on to it, okay? So it's also clarifying all of that as well. Spirit is telling us both everything that they tried to take, everything that they tried to do, and how there's an ending to everything that they did, okay? There's an ending to it. That's literally the only major arcana out right now is the Death card. So we have a Knight of Cups here. And let's do it one at a time. So the Knight of Cups is clarifying the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Whether it was a masculine or the feminine energy, I feel like it was a feminine energy here. Is the person who made the masculine the offer, okay? And they offered them all of this. The Ace of Cups, the marriage, the money, everything, okay? An offer was made to somebody for the other person. And so in order to accept that offer, they would have to do these rituals. They would have to do these death spells on you. They would have to work together. They would have to get married in your name, okay? And then it was like their pathway. They were looking at high honor, okay? They wanted to be in high honor, okay? But they took some sort of gamble here. Gamble, and then it's like rest and relax. It's like the divine literally put a pause to it. The Knight of Cups is also clarifying the 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands here. It's like if they know, they're like struggling to hold on to this offer, okay? Because they're like, this was promised to me. That's the energy that I'm getting here. After that, oh, I don't think it was in reverse when I first grabbed it. But we have the 8 of Pentacles here. 8 of Pentacles is clarifying the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody may also feel like that you have success with whatever it is that you work on too, and they want that as well, okay? So there's something with your divine energy where it's like when you work on things, it's like you're destined for success. They want that too, okay? When people get into these groups and they do these rituals, if that makes sense, it somehow disconnects them to success. You guys would be shocked to find this out, I know. Because you're like, how all these famous, wealthy people do it? And or when you do this, they have to try and draw energy from stars, okay? They have to try to manifest from divine beings. And that's where all of these attacks come into place. Okay, if they're able to do it, meaning, you know, people get off their path, people get tricked out of their spot, people become unwell, then they're able to harvest that energy, okay? But when people cut them off, this is what happens. Straight backfire, straight stuck, okay? And if people knew more about this, so many people will be a lot better off right now, okay? When people choose the darkness, you guys, they try to pull as many people as possible down. Not everybody. You have some people who are in regret. But a lot of them, they try to pull people down where they are. This was also an upright. After that, we have a Queen of Pentacles here. This is the person who's doing it at work, okay? So she could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. She doesn't necessarily have to be. But the Queen of Pentacles is clarifying the 8 of Pentacles. This is the energy at work. Again, we already knew that. I said it's the privileged lady here, okay? She also has this coin. The Queen of Pentacles is also clarifying Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. She's the person who made the offer. She's the person who made the offer of this money and this marriage to the masculine energy. So remember when I was like, either this is the person who made the offer to them? She was. Yes, she did. Okay. And this person here, she does not work at a courthouse, but she still has an important role. Okay, because when people are trying to type up information or search certain things, and people are using fake socials of people who passed away, socials with no identity on there. She has to help build it up, okay, to where it connects, to where it makes sense, right? She has to make it look legit so that way it'll pass. There's something like that she does. Woo, all of these came out. We only need one more card. So let's see what this is. We have a King of Cups here. This is the masculine energy, okay? So the masculine King of Cups, Four of Swords, this is the person who's on some sort of bed rest and unwell here. Okay, this is the person who's being laid to rest. This is the person who's unwell. Whoever she made this offer to, this person is not doing well. Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Yep. So this the whole partnership between them is being laid to rest as well. Okay, working together here. King of Cups, Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles. That's this pause. Okay. They're stuck for some reason with whatever it is that they are doing, and then we have Page of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Yep. It's almost like if this person realized that this offer that they accepted was a trap. You see that here? How this masculine is holding on to this Page of Pentacles here. He's holding on to this actual pentacle here. Okay? He's stuck. He's binded to it. He's trapped. Whatever it is. Again, I don't know why, you guys. There's a lot of feminine energies here who got these masculines stuck. Not saying that he's innocent, because he's not. He took up the offer. He was willing to. He was happy to. He even got his whole family involved. Okay? But he's realizing now that she has him trapped and stuck. Okay, and their collaboration is ending as well. So she could be an earth sign. He could be a water sign. They don't necessarily have to be, but he could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio here. He doesn't have to be. Spirit could just be saying that this person was in that type of energy, okay? Because clearly they were intimate. We have a child here in reverse. Bottom of the deck is despair. Ooh. That's not good. This could be a situation. I'm going to clarify some of these. But this, you guys, this could be a situation where, like, if this feminine energy was pregnant or expecting or something like that, okay, she could have had some sort of miscarriage from all of this spell work backfiring. There could be something like that here. Look, sighs. It's like depressed, okay? Now, this better not be connected to that boat and that body floating in the water, okay? Where it's like somebody's in despair and regret based on whatever actions that they took. And some of these contracts, you guys, when people get into these and they, I want to say like a ballot or a petition or whatever it is that they use, where it's like when they sign their whatever in you know, in blood, sometimes it's like they have to give up an offer if they can't get something done, okay? And that's the trick, okay, when you go after divine beings, because they have to try to go after people who aren't awoke enough, who aren't awake enough, right? Or people who haven't fully got into their calling and they don't know how to, you know, pray often or trust their intuition. Like, they can be easily tricked out their spot. But if they go after a divine being, even if that person is not woke yet and they still have a lot of protection and they're starting to wake up and then they get on their path, it's a wrap. So there could be something about this couple, like losing a child or something like that. Based on whatever their promise or agreement or dark contract was, or just, you know, backfire spell work here. There's something like that here. Because you have child in reverse and then despair. That's ugly. I'm not liking that at all. Definitely this couple is cursed. I can guarantee you that. What else came out? A soldier here. A soldier, and then it's like a young woman wants to come out. A soldier. This could be a soldier, you guys, but I have to be honest with what I'm getting, you guys. I'm sorry. In both of these cards here, it's like there's a weapon to someone's head and then someone holding a weapon. I'm not liking that. Do you guys see that? And then we have a child in reverse. All right, let's keep going. I'm not feeling that at all, but let's keep going here. I'm gonna clarify these. I'm not feeling this. This is upsetting me. Somebody's stuck in their head, a wife. Now she's thinking about this. This is her. I said it from the beginning. You could tell in meditation, Spirit was telling me about the privileged lady now. She's stuck in her head. Look in this picture where she's holding the child. So this is not abortion. This is not a miscarriage. That baby was born. And now the baby is in reverse. Sorry, you guys, I'm about to have a fit. And they're receiving some sort of information from some sort of doctor. This is what happens about falseness, sorrow. This is what happens, you guys, when humans don't understand universal energy and they think that they know it all. And they think that they're these infamous magicians, and they think that they're so powerful, and then stuff like this happens. I'm so upset. Hold on, you guys. Let me clarify here. This is karma. This is also, you know, people not understanding universal law. When you put this type of death ritual negativity out in the energy and you go attack people, you cannot control how it comes back. Okay, that's one thing. But also, too, when people start signing these petitions and stuff like that and offering things up, if it doesn't work out, you can't back out of that. This feminine energy, she's mourning over a child that she lost. Okay, I just don't like the fact that there's two weapons here, and I don't like the fact that when the reading first got cut off, it got cut off with a boat, and then it showed somebody floating in the water. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. Let me clarify this child in reverse. It's not over. Back and forth. Unfinished business. Unfinished business with the child in reverse. Unfinished business with the child in reverse. Baggage, baggage, bag. Hold on, you guys. Sorry if I'm talking out loud. I'm doing some analyzing here. It's like a masculine and a feminine energy. They're walking in some sort of like, hold on, can you guys see that? Yeah, okay. They're walking in some sort of field here, walking back and forth. There's something about baggage, unfinished business. What is this despair? Personality. Someone who's talented. See, this is giving divine energy. This is giving divine energy. It's like they go after stars, people who are gifted, right? As well as people who have something left to them. So, but it's like despair. These people could be in despair because they attack somebody who's very gifted. And then over here, something's not over. I'm sorry. So we have a I'm sorry, and then we have a headstone. The headstone and the I'm sorry is clarifying this person holding this weapon. Yeah, now we have a wife who's thinking about the justice system, if that makes sense. She's thinking about police, she's thinking about law, she's stuck in her head. This feminine energy is connected to whatever's going on with this child. Born, yes, the baby was born with features and personality, a baby that was born. She did something to a baby that was already born. Baggage. Yeah, there's some, look, karma. Whatever it is that took place with this child. Something took place with the child, you guys, and Spirit is delivering this message. This freaking creed. Ooh, this is a very dark feminine. And sometimes, you guys, when situations like this happen, right, it's like, this here is going to end up coming to the light, but whatever it is that they did inside of a courthouse unethically to do something to somebody's estate, whoever's estate that is, they have ancestors that don't play, okay? So it's almost like if you or whoever it is that they attacked inside that courthouse or stole from, all that was divinely orchestrated, if that makes sense. Because now this person is dealing with your ancestors, okay? And that's where the karma is going to come in for this baby. This is what divine beings do. Believe it or not, you guys also bring karma. Look at this. Tired of the drama with bad choices. I told you this person made a decision. This feminine energy did something. She made a decision here. Bad choices. Yeah. She made a decision here. She did something here. And there's a child in reverse now, and I'm telling you guys, when I first started recording the first time, and I showed you guys when I started again, it was something about, yeah, there's some sort of evidence here, red lip stains. Whatever this feminine energy, there's something about a boat and something about floating in the water. And then a bridge came out, and then if you guys go back and you look at the one where it was the masculine energy, and I said he got his whole family involved and was unwell, he actually drove over a bridge and was burning evidence, right? And the evidence was connected to, look at this, keeping something a secret, keeping a secret and burning evidence. Oh my gosh. So they did it together. They went and burned evidence together, crossing a bridge, and they must have gotten on a boat, because there was also something about a boat, and then there was someone floating in the water. I cannot make this up. Burning evidence, depressed. Okay, let me get a couple of more in here. Whoa, Spirit, I was not ready for this. Wow. Okay, so this couple here, they have got to be stopped. So yeah, a lot of times, you guys, when this happens, it's like when they get stopped, it's because they start attacking a divine being. This baby's is going to receive some sort of justice. Chaos here, instability, unrest, unpredictability, and corruption. Bottom of the deck, transportation, inheritance, escorts. Somebody, they received money for this too. It could be something about like a life insurance policy, whatever the case may be. Somebody could have did something where it's like they connected their child to someone else's identity or something like that too, and then said that person passed away. Told you they have to give up. Look, there's a message. Okay, somebody's receiving some sort of correspondence. Give up previous plan. Told you, clear the way. Release old patterns, embrace change. That's this rest right here. They have to give something up. They have to give it up. If whatever it is, whether it's the truth, whatever it is, they have to give it up. So they're hiding something that happens to do with the child. Yes, this married couple. This is probably how justice is going to come in for this baby. Something connects back to them, and they were all here at this altar doing death rituals and spells and stuff like that. Birthday, holiday, important day, anniversary. Something happened, could have been on a holiday. Somebody could have did something on a holiday. They lied about something here. It's like telling a story, lying, and then it's a seed, right? But that could be like birth. Here we have water, people who are cunning. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get one more and then we will end it there. But yeah, they definitely did something. I don't know if I'm supposed to use that one or use this one here. I'm strongly getting that they drove over a bridge, okay? They were burning evidence that already had something connected to do with them being unwell. At the same time, it looks like they potentially got on some sort of boat, if that makes sense, okay? And somehow a child ended up passing away. Anxiety and fear. These people are paranoid, they're nervous. There could be people asking questions about this child. Law enforcement could be involved trying to figure out what happened to this child, something like that. Anxiety and fear. Okay, remember how you guys, it was literally like a demon that came out at first? Yeah, they did something very dark. Yes, they did. They did something very dark. I may have to ask some questions tonight and see what I can find when I go to sleep tonight. Yep. So here it says, I don't know, you guys, if this message is for me, but it says, it talks about using divination, if that makes sense, to see, get some sort of insight, okay, clarity. And then here we have somebody in a coma. Oh, this could be a message for me. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Because Spirit is saying to use tarot. This is like sleeping, and then this is a guardian. It's like having access to a portal to be able to see what actually took place. I may, you guys, follow up with this tomorrow and do a part 2. I'm going to get a few from here, and then we will end it. I kind of feel like that message there is Spirit saying yes, to get the full scope. Because, you know, tarot, it does, you know, it's pretty good. But this is really where it's like I can actually go to the locations. Okay, and actually see people and hear conversations and stuff like that. Answers unfold. Yeah, inner vision. Okay. Answers unfold, inner vision. So it's gonna come to me, and I'm going to do a reading on it, you guys. This is a bad one. But anyways, all right, you guys.